Hi guys, I welcome you all to EduTap, and here is lecture number 8 under the fast track series. Now this fast track series is important for RBI Grade B and NABARD Gr A. Both examinations are to be conducted in 2019. And this is a video series which has been brought to you by EduTap. And let me just tell you what are we aiming to cover through this particular series. See, first of all, we'll be covering ESI current affairs, that is economic and social issues in news for RBI and NABARD both examinations. And secondly, we are also aiming to cover the finance in news, again important for both the examinations. And let me just tell you that we are also running a separate series for ARD in news, that is agriculture and rural development, which is important for NABARD examination 2019 as well as IBPS AF4 2019. So for this you'll have to refer to a separate video series, that is ARD in news. And before proceeding to our lecture, let me now just tell you about our results, since we have been working in this field from quite some time now. In RBI Grade B 2017, you see 27 of our students were selected. So 27 could make it to the finalist. And in NABARD Grade A 2018, the result for which has been announced recently, out of 46 general seats, 20 were taken by the students of EduTap. And let me tell you, in RBI Grade B 2018, the result for phase 2 has been just announced few days back. We have got 180 plus confirmations for the call of interview, and the more students are still pouring in. So we are expecting a great and brilliant result even here. Okay, so now let us start with our lecture for today. Firstly, we are going to cover ESI and in news, and then we'll move on to the finance section. So we'll be covering 22nd, 23rd and 24th of September news. So our very first news is about the International Solar Alliance. See, this news is particularly important because of this alliance only, and that is why it is here. So let us see. So PM is to inaugurate, or rather we'll say that PM has inaugurated the first General Assembly of International Solar Alliance on 2nd October, that is Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary in New Delhi. So firstly, this is important, that where has this first General Assembly taken place, and secondly, let me tell you, the headquarter of this IESA is in Gurugram, Haryana. So this is the place now called as the Solar City of Haryana, since Gurugram has the headquarters of IESA. So let us just see about this IESA. This IESA is a major initiative by the countries India and France. These two countries started this, and it is basically aiming to contribute to the implementation of the Paris Climate Agreement. So an alliance of more than 121 countries which lie partly or completely between the two tropics, that is Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. These are the latitudes of 23.5 degrees north and south respectively. And another important thing you must know, that initiative, although it was initiated, this particular IESA was initiated by French and Indian Prime Ministers, but the initiative was launched at India-Africa Summit. So this is the summit you need to keep in mind. And let us move on to the objectives of IESA. So here are some broad objectives of the IESA I've mentioned here. You can see the target of this is to generate 40% of India's total energy requirements in 2030 by non-fossil fuels. So firstly, this is important, and secondly, India is also targeting to produce 100 gigawatt of solar energy by 2022. So this 100 gigawatt would be a 10th of IESA's goal. That means IESA's goal is actually 1 terawatt of solar energy by 2030. So India would be contributing here. And another important thing is that totally by 2022, India is aiming to produce 175 gigawatt of renewable energy. So that means 100 would be coming from solar energy, and 60 gigawatts would be coming from wind energy, and another 15 from various other sources. So these are important facts you need to keep in mind about IESA, and about the headquarter also I have told you. So that would be it about this news. Okay, moving forward, World Bank has endorsed financial support network framework for India's transition to high middle income nation. See, now currently India is a low middle income nation. That means India although falls in the middle income nation, but it is in the low level. And this middle or higher level income is, let me tell you, it is based on the reference of the USA. So World Bank has endorsed this 5-year framework where it will be providing financial support of around 25 to 30 billion dollars, where they'll be providing this support to India. And for this, a country partnership framework has been, it is already there, but through this India will get this support. Now, apart from this news that World Bank is going to support particularly India, you must also know about the World Bank and the World Bank Group. So, see, I have mentioned here that this particular bail, that is 25 to 30 billion support, is coming to India from the 3 agencies are mentioned here. You see IBRD, IFS and MIGA, that is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. This World Bank Group is formed of actually 5 organizations or agencies. 3 I have mentioned here, or rather you can say even IDA is mentioned here. So you have around 3 to 4 agencies mentioned here. The last one which is not here, that is your task. You need to find it out and mention in the comment section below. So the 5 World Bank agencies must be in your mind, that is which actually form the World Bank Group. And IBRD, that is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, and International Development Agencies together form this World Bank. Okay, now this is again important. RBI has shortlisted around 5 IT firms for the implementation of its network system. Now what is this system is? It is CIMS, that is Centralized Information and Management System, CIMS. Now this is an initiative by RBI because it has announced recently RBI that it is going to take the advantages of the big data analytics and it will be using the network here, that is Centralized Information and Management System. You can gauge from the name here only that entire information would be managed through a centralized network. Now for the implementation of this particular system, RBI has shortlisted 5 IT firms. So these are big IT firms of India and the names are important for us. So first of all, it's a Cape Gemini Technology Services India, so Cape Gemini, then IBM and Infosys, Larsen and Turbo Infotech and TCS. So these are the 5 ITs you need to keep in mind, and let us now read about CIMS. So as I've told you that RBI had proposed that it will be setting up a CIMS which will compromise DW and DL, that is data warehouse as well as data lake. So data collection would be regulated through these 2 entities. As you know that India although is a leader in these services, but the warehouses and the storehouses of data are not there in India, and all the digital India missions and all these things are being taken at a grand level, and you can say this is a kind of step there only, so that basically RBI can even use this data analytics for their usage, so or their application. So you can just go through this. I have told you all important things, just go through this slide once. Okay, so another important news is here. It is about ease of living index. Now before proceeding to this particular news, let me tell you that this ease of living index is launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So this first of all you need to keep in mind, and let me remind you that this is an index ranking states, but in the month of August we had covered that this ease of living index was released where cities were ranked. So Pune was ranked as the most livable city in India, that is it got the rank 1, and New Delhi, that is the capital city of India, was considered as one of the worst cities for living in India. So firstly you keep this in mind, and let us see what this news has for us. So Andhra Pradesh has topped this index, and it was followed by Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. So these 3 states have been awarded as the top performers in this ease of living index, and recently they have been just awarded in the last week of September. And let me tell you guys that if you are also following our 5 MCQs a day series, especially on ESI, then you will be able to find this entire video on ease of living index. So I would recommend you to go and see that video also and try solving the questions, so that you can just keep all the important things in mind which we have covered in that video. So let us just now move on to next news. Our next news from this section is about PM Ayushman Bharat, that is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. So this is about the launch of this Ayushman Bharat PMJAY, and it has been launched at the capital city of Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, that is Ranchi, and recently launched in the last week of September. So see, you can go through the slide for this particular thing, as we have covered here that 5 lakh rupees per family per year health assurance would be given, and it is going to benefit around 50 crore people. So it is being said as the world's biggest health assurance scheme. And in case you guys have missed this and you want to read more about it, we have already covered Ayushman Bharat National Health Protection Mission in another video, that is ESI 5 MCQs a day. You just need to go there and see those questions where you will be able to solve the questions and learn about this particular yojana through the questions from the point of view of examination. So this is about Ranchi, and that's it. Let us move on to our next news. So we are done with ESI. Let us see what we have in finance in news from past 3 days. Okay, now this is important. LSE, that is London Stock Exchange, has inked a pact with NSE, that is National Stock Exchange India, to create the dual listing route for Masala Bonds. So we'll see about this Masala bond in detail. Let us quickly see what this news has for us. So keep in mind that LSE and NSE have this memorandum under which a dual listing would be done. Dual listing means that they'll be working up for the listing of Masala bonds in NSE also, because up till now this LSE only has these Masala bonds available, that is listing is done only in LSE. So LSEG, that is this exchange group, has listed 46 Masala bonds, and they have been successful in gaining investment also. So NSE's internal exchange in Gift City. So Gift City is important for us. It is, we must know that it is in Gandhinagar, and this here the LSE is going to list NSE's exchange. So Masala bonds are important. See, Masala bonds are basically the rupee denominated bonds, and these are issued by Indian institutions abroad. So that means if some organization from abroad or any company wants to invest in Indian rupee or infrastructure, but they do not want to come directly to India, so at their place only they can buy these bonds. These are rupee denominated. And let me tell you one interesting fact. This masala, since this name was given by IMF because they wanted to make this particular cuisine of India famous, a kind of cultural contact they wanted to make between India and other countries. That is why these bonds were named as masala bonds. And RBI, about these masala bonds, RBI allow the issuance. It was first time allowed by RBI in 2015-16 and the year of 2015-16, and the minimum maturity is of 5 years. Now see, what is important here is that issuer of these bonds is shielded against the risk of currency fluctuation. That is, the one who is buying this will be facing the currency fluctuation, issuer would be safe. So this is a kind of a bond program where LSE till now London Stock Exchange Group was offering it the listing, but now it will be done in NSE also. So these are some very important facts from your masala bond and this important news also. So that's it. Just read about masala bonds in this particular slide. And now let us try and solve the questions, as it was requested by some of you to inculcate some questions which are important from the point of view of examination from the news we cover. So here we have. So let us try and solving your question number 1. Okay, so let us start, but let me tell you, do not forget to mark your score and do mention below also. So first assembly of IESA in the month of October 2018 has taken place in which of the following places? So your options are here. You need to find out which place is this where this is going to take place. IESA's first General Assembly. And you know the answer to this is the capital city of India, New Delhi. Question second asks, which of the following organization is going to provide the financial support to India for its transition from low middle income economy to high middle income economy? So this is important, and just find out the question. Is it IMF, World Bank, RBI, Niti Aayog, or World Economic Forum? And you know the answer to this question. It is option B, World Bank. Okay, question 3 again is important. Which of the following firms has not been selected by RBI for the implementation of CIMS? So the keyword you must not forget it is which firm has not been selected. So is it TCS, Infosys, Wipro, IBM or Capgemini? And we know the answer to this question is Wipro. Wipro is not the firm, all others are there. IBM is there, Capgemini, Infosys, TCS. And the fifth one you need to mention below, we have already covered it. And our fifth question is, government's ambitious PMJAY Yojana has been launched at which of the following cities? So our options are Ranchi, Shillong, Puri, Aizawal or Patna. And if you haven't read this news, it becomes difficult for you to answer such a typical question. And you know the answer to this is Ranchi. Question 6. Masala bonds are currently listed on which of the following exchanges? Now this is again a difficult question if you haven't read about them. And from all these exchanges, our answer is LSE. Though see, question may be different in your examination, as NSE is now going to list these also. So depends if it has listed till that time, maybe it is asked in the exam from that point of view. So this is your answer. And here are your answers. Do tally your answers and mark your score in the comment section below. I hope you guys have done well, and even if not, at least you have learnt all the news and the important questions which can be framed from these news. So that's it guys, that is it from our today's lecture. I really wish that this is helpful for you and you like this video. If you guys have any query, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in and our contact number is here. You can WhatsApp us or call us as per your convenience, and www.edutap.co.in is our website. I recommend you to just go and visit our website once. And that's it guys. If you like this video, if you find the content useful, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. And this is the link of our Telegram channel. You'll be able to download the content sheet of this particular lecture and all other lectures. It is also in the description below. You don't need to copy it from here. So that's it guys. I wish you all a very happy learning and thank you for being here.